Speaking of, is anyone looking? No, sir. Sweetie, you've got to stop calling me that. Sister bitches for life, YOLO! I think I did it subconsciously just because I fucking hate Frida Fatass. Oh my god, I know, right? Totally right. I mean, seriously, whenever one of us is upset over a real problem, she has to butt her fat ass in and start crying about how she can't stop puking up her food. It's so pathetic. I swear to God, if I have to hear her bitch one more time about how Greg won't sleep with her until she loses weight, I am going to stick my foot up her ass. That is, if I can find the entrance. If she's bulimic, will someone please tell me why she's such a heifer? I mean, come on, Frida.
Oh my god, the other day she was telling me she was on a diet, and I was like, what? You can't eat anything larger than your head? Survey says, you're fat! Take your finger out of your throat and get your ass down a lane, Brian.
And speaking of her fashion sense, why is she always wearing that shirt that says WWJD? I mean, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Who wants jelly donuts?
I think it means, what would Jesus do?
Well, he wouldn't wear that ugly ass shirt with those nasty ass spandex shorts. I mean, spandex! Who wears spandex?
Someone needs to explain camel toe to her.
Her body is so gross. Here. I'm not just the president of the Itty Bitty Titty Committee, I'm also a client. What would Jesus do?
He wouldn't let Daryl Farmer finger him under the bleachers during a pep rally, that's for damn sure.
Now, what should we drink to?
How about to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness?
Marcy, I hate to tell you this, but sometimes you are really bland.
Screw you, I am not.
Well, hello, there's 1,000 things in this world to toast to, and you picked the lamest one ever.
Fine, here's to Peter Tots.
Well, that's slightly more interesting.
I'm buzzed. Me too.
The spork is such a great invention. It's like simple but effective. Like, who came up with it?
The spork was invented in the 1940s. After the war, when the U.S. occupied Japan, General MacArthur decreed that the use of chopsticks was uncivilized and the conquered should use forks and spoons like, quote, the civilized world. But fearing that the Japanese might rise up, revolt, and retake their country with the force, he and the U.S. Army invented the much less dangerous spork, which was then introduced into public schools. But really, all the spork is a plastic descendant of the Runcible spoon.
Okay. How did you know that?
Can you keep a secret?
Get free to eat a moon pie in only 2 bites!
Seriously! I'm the smartest person in the world.
Yeah, and she's the skinniest.
No, it's the truth! I was part of this government experiment in elementary school. It was like this super genius drug that made kids like super geniuses able to retain everything. But the drug had a side effect.
Back me!
Shut up, bitch! You know I'm sensitive about that!
I am not sorry, girlfriend. Why don't you just go to the damn dermatologist?
Can I finish my story? Anyways, this drug made all the kids like super horny. Like all these 3rd graders like running around like humping everything.
Oh my god.
That's so weird. Like, you were really smart when we were kids. And really horny.
This work is such a great invention. I wonder who came up with it. So I decided to be ready one day with the answer.
How brilliant of you.
Sister bitches for life, yellow!
I'm depressed.
What up, sluts?
What's up?
Nothing.
Sorry we couldn't make it to your dog's funeral.
But don't you think it's kind of weird having a funeral for a dog?
I guess, whatever.
Well, he's in a better place.
Want a drink?
No, I'm good.
Oh shit, you guys are wasted!
What do you mean a better place?
I don't know, like doggy heaven or something?
Do you really believe that?
Hell no!
Not a chance.
I was just saying it to be polite.
You don't believe in heaven?
Well, yeah, for people, but dogs? I don't think so.
Then what happens to them?
Maggot food! I love you! Sorry, but that's what we think.
Dogs are gross.
If there are dogs in heaven, I want to go to hell.
You're probably going there anyway, bitch.
Yeah, we can carpool!
See you guys.
So, Matt, are you going to Marcy's party?
I don't know, I gotta check my calendar.
You don't even know how to read.
Very funny, Trisha.
That's okay, I like him dumb.
You should bring CB with you.
Well, CB said he'd only come if you give him head. And let him come on your tits.
You're a pig. Well, I didn't say it.
Whoa, you can't touch my food like that.
Why not?
Oh, don't chew with your mouth open, that's disgusting. All right, look, there are germs all over your hand. So when you put your hand in someone else's food, you contaminate that person's food. And when you chew with your mouth open, little pieces of nasty food mixed with your saliva in turn fly out of your mouth and onto other people's plates. It's gross, and now I can't eat this.
I don't get it. This is the same kid who used to wallow in filth. Like a virtual cloud of dirt followed him everywhere he went, and now he's like some germaphobe. And the nickname thing, it's like, who cares?
He does.
Well, I am so gonna have sex with him at your party.
Do you think CB will come?
On your tits, apparently.
We should rise up and revolt against fatty, fatty, fat-ass fucking Frida and Mr. Bob Peppercorn and Tater Tots. Yeah! Let's do these fucking things anyway.
What are you two doing?
We're revolting!
really simple. It was a lot more simple than what he usually played. I was just passing by the music room when I heard it. I don't know if Frederick Chopin had a dog. And maybe he did. And maybe he wrote the song because his dog died too. I don't know. Maybe.
You're not supposed to be in here. I have permission to practice during lunch, but nobody else is supposed to be in here.
You've gotten really good. I mean, you always were. But, who wrote that? Beethoven?
Chopin.
You mind if I just listen for a while? This is really embarrassing. My dog died. He got rabies, and they had to put him down. I looked up rabies on the internet. It's an acute viral infection transmitted through infected saliva. So I must have gotten bitten by something that had it. Maybe a fox or a raccoon. Bats can have it too. The infection travels from the bite to the spinal cord to the brain, and the victim gets a really high fever and uncontrollable excitement and then spasms of the throat muscles. And that's what causes them to salivate. You can't swallow water. Another word for the infection is hydrophobia, which means fear of water. I mean, can you imagine that? Not being able to swallow? That must suck. I mean, it's weird. We got him vaccinated as a puppy. I guess it doesn't always work. And we had a funeral for him. Well, my sister and me did. And I think that I was supposed to say something. But I couldn't think of anything to say. I just stood there, frozen, like a fucking idiot. My mind just went numb, and it's never happened to me before. I mean, there's always gotta be something going on up there, right? Even if it's subconscious. People meditate to clear their minds. I don't get that. I never want to have a clear mind again. I mean, I guess I thought that by having a funeral, I would have some sort of closure, that I would feel his presence or something, and I didn't. And it just fucking freaked me out. So, I don't know. I mean, have you ever had someone close to you die, and you can't stop thinking about them and what's happened to them? And there's just so much death that you feel like your head is gonna fucking explode, and maybe you're not even real, and maybe you're fucking dead too. What?
It's just that you haven't spoken to me in years. Except to call me faggot. Or to dislocate my shoulder. And all of a sudden, I get some stream of conscious monologue about your dead dog, while I'm here trying to spend a few moments of my day that don't truly suck. And you see, there's something missing to this conversation, other than an attentive listener. A segue, I suppose. Forgive my bluntness. Please, don't hit me. I could give two shits about you, or your vacant mind, or your morbid curiosities, or your dead fucking dog, so why don't you just leave?
Well, I never dislocated your shoulder.
According to my doctor, you did. In shop class last spring. You twisted my arm behind my back and said that you wouldn't let go until I said, and I quote, "I like to get it up the ass."
Well, we were just playing around with you.
Oh, that makes me feel a lot better. At least I know it was all in good fun. Now I remember. Through my screaming and the searing pain, I definitely recall hearing laughter. Anyway, I can contribute to the fun of the group.
We're just messing with you, man.
Fuck you, CB! I'd rather you say that we can't stand you, so we beat the shit out of you, than to say you were just messing with me. That implies light teasing or slightly opprobrious behavior. I haven't had lunch in the cafeteria in 2.5 years, for fear of going home with some part of it smeared across my shirt. I haven't been in a bathroom on campus since the time my head got slammed against the wall. I believe you were there.
Well, I didn't do that. It wasn't.
Well, you didn't try and stop it either. And the faculty doesn't care. You know what I'm sick and tired of hearing? They only pick on you because of their own insecurities. Classic guidance counselor line. Well, geez, Miss Blank. Since you put it that way, my head doesn't hurt so much anymore. And you know, what really gets me is that everybody wonders why you kids bring guns to school and shoot motherfuckers down. And maybe you're not the bully, but you stand idly by and watch, and in my mind that makes you even worse. So please just go!
Well, maybe if you didn't act, so...
What? How do I act?
Well... Gay.
And how does one act gay? Is it by playing the piano? Oh, it must be all those times I oogled the football team. Or maybe I'll stop carrying around a pink purse or sucking dick in plain view of the entire student body. What? What is it?
I'm trying to talk to you like a civilized human being. You're being hostile.
I don't want to talk to you. I don't need anything from you. I don't need social pointers. All I need from you is an apology for the 5 minutes you've stolen from my day.
See, this is why you don't have any friends.
I think we both know why I don't have any
Oh, don't be so melodramatic.
You're in here crying about a dead dog and I'm being melodramatic.
And you shut the fuck up about my dog, okay?
Or what? You'll hit me? We'll all hurt